From the disturbing truths in our DNA to the one secret about human nature that changes how you see everyone around you, this countdown of scary facts about humans builds to an absolutely mind-blowing number 1. 20 facts, counting down, and wait until you hear number 1. Here's number 20. A human bite wound can be surprisingly dangerous because our mouths harbor more than 700 species of bacteria that cause rapid and severe infections. Medical professionals treat these injuries with extreme caution since the mixed oral bacteria often resist standard antibiotics and spread quickly through tissue. At number 19, archaeological records show that violent deaths accounted for up to 15% of all fatalities among early humans, with evidence of club wounds and arrowheads. This high rate of violence between rival groups was a constant threat that shaped social structures and survival strategies throughout our evolution. Number 18. On average, every human alive carries several genetic mutations that would have been fatal in prehistoric times but are kept in check by our advanced medicine today. This accumulating genetic load could create increasing health challenges for future generations if environmental or medical support systems were to suddenly collapse. Here's number 17. Parasitic worms can live inside the human body for years, growing up to 80 feet long and causing malnutrition, fatigue, and serious organ damage. One particularly gruesome parasite, called the guinea worm, grows inside limbs before painfully emerging through the skin over the course of several weeks. At number 16, after you die, bacteria that live inside your gut start breaking down your own tissues, causing the body to bloat, release gases, and slowly liquefy. This natural recycling process takes place over weeks or months depending on environmental conditions and returns your chemical components to the earth. Number 15. The human immune system sometimes mistakenly attacks the body's own healthy cells and tissues, causing debilitating autoimmune diseases like arthritis and lupus in millions of people. This self-destructive process highlights one of the scary ways our sophisticated biological defenses can turn against us with devastating consequences. Here's number 14. Human eyes can see millions of colors and fine details, but completely miss ultraviolet light and infrared radiation that many insects and animals detect easily. Our visual system is finely tuned for daytime hunting and gathering, but leaves us blind to entire ranges of the electromagnetic spectrum. At number 13, humans shed about 40 million skin cells every single day, most of which become dust that feeds entire colonies of microscopic mites in our homes. These mites are nearly invisible, but their waste products cause allergic reactions for many people who have no idea what is triggering their symptoms. Number 12. Although the human brain makes up only 2% of body weight, it demands 20% of all the energy and oxygen in your system. Any interruption to this constant supply can cause unconsciousness in seconds and permanent damage if it continues for more than a few minutes. Here's number 11. A human heart produces enough pressure to squirt blood up to 30 feet away when an artery is cut, making bleeding out a real danger. This demonstrates why even small wounds can become life-threatening so quickly without proper intervention to stop the powerful flow. At number 10, during life-threatening situations, humans can temporarily access almost superhuman strength to lift objects like cars that normally exceed their physical capabilities by far. Hormones flood the system, removing natural limits on muscle power, but this intense response can also cause damage to the body afterward. Number 9. Your immune system destroys roughly 10,000 cancer cells every day of your life, keeping most tumors from ever having a chance to develop. This daily battle happening inside you explains why cancer does not develop even more frequently, given the constant mutations in our cells. Here's number 8. Clear evidence from archaeological excavations confirms that our ancestors engaged in cannibalism at various times, likely during severe Ice Age food shortages or rituals. Cut marks on human bones from multiple European sites match exactly those found on butchered animal bones from the same periods. At number 7, Stone Age burial sites reveal high infant mortality with up to 50% of prehistoric human babies dying before they reach their first birthday. Harsh living conditions, lack of medical care, and frequent food shortages made surviving infancy one of the biggest challenges for ancient humans. Number 6. Approximately 8% of the human genome is made up of remnants from ancient viruses that infected our distant ancestors tens of millions of years ago. These incorporated virus sequences have evolved new purposes and now help with important functions, including regulation of genes in the human body. Here's number 5. Humans frequently choke because our larynx sits unusually low in the throat to permit advanced speech, creating a crossover between food and air passages. No other animal has this specific arrangement, making us uniquely vulnerable to this particular type of accidental death during meals. At number 4, the average human body contains enough iron to make a 3-inch nail, enough sulfur to kill all fleas on a large dog, and even more. These facts about the elemental composition of our bodies show we are literally made of materials that have other surprising uses outside biology. Number 3. More than half of all the cells in your body are not yours, but belong to the microbes living in and on your skin and gut. This hidden world of bacteria and other organisms greatly influences your digestion, immune response, and possibly even your thoughts and emotions. Here's number 2. In classic psychology experiments, 2/3 of ordinary humans delivered apparently lethal electric shocks to strangers simply because an authority figure told them to continue. These findings reveal the terrifying power of authority to compel normal individuals to perform actions that conflict with their personal moral values. And finally, the number 1 fact. All living humans descend from a tiny group of roughly 1,000 breeding pairs who barely survived the catastrophic eruption of a supervolcano 74,000 years ago. This near extinction created a genetic bottleneck, explaining the surprisingly low genetic diversity found in all human populations despite our 8 billion people today. Which one got you? Comment the number below and subscribe. There's a new list every day.